Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another quick video. All right, y'all, back with some more boxing talk here. Now, I don't want to get too excited for this fight. I know there's a lot of talk with the potential fight to be made between Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on the situation and why this fight needs to happen this year. If not next, it needs to happen sometime in 2021. We have both sides right now talking this fight up. Ryan, he called out Tank before and after this fight with Luke Campbell. Tank acknowledged it. He acknowledged the call out. So why not? I feel like I got some solid points on why this fight needs to happen now. So we'll go down that. We'll go down the, not even like a big list, just a couple of points I want to make. And, there's strong points that I feel like everybody's been trying to make right now for both Tank and Ryan on why this fight needs to happen. But first off, I have to say shout out to Ryan Garcia for his performance last Saturday against Luke Campbell. I know from a technical standpoint, I myself and a lot of other, boxing channels, they said that, Tank, Ryan Garcia, he's not ready for Tank. They see a lot of holes in his game, that this could be easy work for Tank, but we never know unless it happens. And since Ryan, he came back from the knockdown, he showed us something that we didn't know he had in him. He came back from a big knockdown, got back up, and went in there and stopped Luke Campbell, So that does stand for something. And even after the fight, he's still keeping the same energy. And that's my first point of why this fight between him and Tank needs to happen. The energy. Both fighters, they want it. Both fighters asking for it. And that's something we rarely see right now in boxing. We get a lot of marinating talk. We get a lot of beating around the bush, political talk, where two sides say, hey, I'm on this side, I'm on this side. But they forget that they both lace up gloves and they both get in the boxing ring. So, they make it sound like two different sports. But when you look at Ryan Garcia talking in one of his recent interviews, he went as far as to say, look, forget the politics, forget all that, the promoter talk. I want this fight. Even the people saying he's not ready for the fight, he said he still wants to fight this year. And then Tank goes on his Instagram, posts the same fan-made art of Tank and Ryan together where it said, like, nowhere to hide under it. And under it, he said, I'd rather handle this issue with violence instead of speaking. So this sounds like a fighter. This sounds like a fight between two fighters that could really be made right now. So why not make it happen? We can argue again that Ryan, he's not ready for this fight. I call some holes in his game, in his offense, and his defense. But if a fighter on his level wants it and they want to prove themselves, then I feel like us critics, we gotta step back and take the sideline and not try to talk him out of this fight. Even for promoters right now, they need to stop trying to talk him out of this fight, because you can't really deny a guy this fight if he's feeling like this is how he gets his improvements. You know what I mean? Getting in there with Tank, I feel like it's a fight right now. If he takes, it will improve not just his skill set, but it'll build up his reputation in his heart, and it'll prove the fighter he has in him. The same way he approached the Luke Campbell knockdown, where he got back up and fought until he stopped Luke Campbell. That proves to you that the guy has heart. And now he's calling out Tank. And when you look at this list of undefeated lightweights, some of these guys are going to need to mix it up anyways. We really got to know who the best is. We got Teofimo, Devin Haney, Tank, Ryan Garcia. These guys can't hold on to these O's forever. You know what I mean? They have to mix it up, because how will you know if you don't test yourself? No one wants to see Ryan Garcia in there maybe three or four more fights before a Tank fight. It's not needed. This is the point where all these guys start mixing it up right now. And then somewhere along the line, they could fight again. This is how they used to do it back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like everybody's gotten so used to that undefeated factor since that's how Floyd retired. Everybody wants to try to hold on to that. And now that's why having an O in boxing is so important to fighters. It doesn't even matter about the quality of opponent anymore. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of guys try to retire undefeated. And it's not really about the quality of opponent anymore. But see, if somebody like Devin Haney and Teofimo fight now, Tank and Ryan Garcia fight now, regardless of what Oscar De La Hoya says, oh, he's not ready. He may not be in your eyes, but if he feels like he is, then let him have the fight. And again, if he loses, he goes back to the drawing board, fights his way back up, fights some more tough competition. Then they meet somewhere down the line once again. You know what I mean? Guys back in the day used to fight 3, 4, 5 times, sometimes 10 times, you know? So why not let Ryan Garcia have this Tank fight now and vice versa? You know, if Mayweather's trying to stop this fight as well, nah, man, like, let this guy have this fight. I mean, look in the UFC, Adesanya versus Costa. Some people felt Paulo Costa wasn't ready technically for Izzy. He may have not been, but he wanted the fight, and in a way, it put him in a good position, marketing wise. You know, it gave him some good promotion. The people he fought on the way up to get to an Izzy fight necessarily wasn't the best choice of fighters. You know, I myself felt like he fought a few old guys to get into that, you know, talks with Izzy, but he kind of talked himself into that. At the same time, showed the heart that he wanted to face the undefeated champion Israel Adesanya. You know what I mean? So he goes and loses. He knows what his worth. He knows the holes in his game. He goes back to the drawing board. Maybe him and Izzy could fight somewhere down the line. If not at middleweight, maybe at light heavyweight or something like that. So I just feel like right now, with the game that Ryan Garcia is talking, you know, he's definitely put himself in a good position and a good argument where I feel like the promoters have to say, all right, Ryan Garcia, he's ready for this fight. This is a fight that he needs. Not only, you know, again, for the boxing fans, but for himself, you know, for his own reputation, because he's been calling him out pre-Luke Campbell, you know, so he needs this fight now to kind of protect his reputation. If any other fight happens and any other fight happens after that, like in 2021, if he fights 3 other opponents that aren't Gervonta Tank Davis, then people are going to start to question his heart. They're going to start questioning his resume, because there's even been talks about Ryan Garcia fighting Jorge Linares next, you know, which is not a bad fight. But since he called out Tank, people are already going to start saying, yeah, we knew that was fake. We knew Ryan didn't want that fight for real. You know, it was just all talk. So I might give him a pass for this one to fight Jorge Linares next. But like I said, the Tank fight has to happen in 2021. That fight has to happen next. But again, you know, like from a technical standpoint, can he really get it done in there? That's another story. And, you know, because Ryan Garcia went as far as to say he could stop tanking too. Again, that's another story, and that's another video. But yeah, guys, that's all I got on this one for right now. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think. Do you think that Ryan Garcia deserves this Tank fight now? And do you want to see it happen in 2021? If not next, do you want to see it happen this year? I myself feel like it needs to happen this year because, you know, he's talked it up. Tank's acknowledged it. He wants to fight. And that's what boxing needs right now. It needs 2 young undefeated fighters who want to shine, get in there and fight. If it's not all about the skills, it's all about the heart and the reputation right now too. Skills are coming along the way. You know, he's called it out, and that's what people want. So he has to make sure he is ready regardless. Yeah, guys, that's all I got on this Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.